basic math teaches us that 12 times 2 gives us 24. 12 times 2. So what then is significant about 12? 12 in biblical numerology represents foundation. It represents divine government. It represents divine order and completion. And so we then see this number 12 not just with the calendar months in a year, for there are 12 months in a year, but we see that there are 12 tribes. 12 tribes of Israel that serve as the foundation for the Old Testament church, for Israel was the Old Testament church. But we also see 12 again. We see the 12 disciples who became 12 apostles, and the 12 disciples or the 12 apostles became the foundation for the New Testament church. So 12 times 2 gives us 24. So we see the church established in the Old Testament by 12 tribes, and the church in the New Testament established by 12 apostles. So now we see that these 24 elders seated here around the throne represents the church at large in the presence of God, the church. John then moves further in verses 6 through 11, and he describes another host that appeared in the scene. John records that he witnessed 4 creatures coming out of this sea of glass. It was like crystal glass. He sees, this is what he sees, and this is what he describes, and it's 4 creatures that come from this sea of this crystal sea. And what we find about these 4 creatures, that they are cherubim. Now understand, cherubim, the suffix im in the Greek is plural in nature. So cherubim is the plural tense of the term cherub. Cherub is singular, but cherubim is plural, and they are these angels. Really, they're classified as archangels that are in the presence of God that John saw. And what made these angels unique is that they are assigned to the service of God. While they are beings designed to continually present worship before the Lord, they also serve at the behest of his will. When we see them in Genesis, positioned as guards at the gate of the Garden of Eden after the fall and removal of man. He put a cherub to guard the gate of the garden. They're not just worshipers, but they are assigned to the service of God, which is why, and I were to pause right there, we see that there is synchronicity or continuity between the term service and worship. Because when you are truly serving God, your service is worship. That's why God said to Moses, when you go to Pharaoh, tell him, let my people go that they may serve me. That term serve in the Hebrew means worship. So then when we come to Romans chapter 12, and we see Paul saying the same thing, present your body as a living sacrifice unto God, holy and acceptable, which is your reasonable service. Though the term in the New Testament in Romans is Greek, the meaning is the same as the Hebrew term, because it also means worship. So what does that tell me? I really am worshiping God when I am committed to serving him through my service. That's worship. We often relegate worship just to the extending of our hands. We relegate worship to slow music. We relegate worship to tears falling through your eyes. But that's not real worship by itself. That is an expression. It is a form. But when you're dealing with authentic worship, it is service. And what is service? It is the commitment of your life, the committing of your whole being to the full use of God. That's what these cherubim provided. They were worshipers because they were also servants. As they served, they worshiped. So even